Hey guys, good barely afternoon. It is 12:11. I have been on call all morning and I thought, you know, I'd be smart and come to Costco. It's closed. Pull up, not a single car in the parking lot because it's completely closed. Why I thought otherwise, I don't know. Happy 4th of July, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't think Walmart and H-E-B are closed. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So I really didn't think Costco would be closed, so I didn't even look it up before we came over here. And it is. So yeah, I didn't really get a choice this morning. The night shift charge nurse called me at 4:45 in the morning, and she was like, I have to put, she's a little, you know, rough around the edges when she speaks, so I never know whether to like take her super serious or not. You know, she's not really like a I'm joking type of person. So she was like, Melissa, it's blank, I have to put you on call. And I was like, okay. And she's like, okay, bye. She's like, okay. She didn't really give me a choice, but all right, alrighty then. That happens on holidays a lot. There's usually a lottery, and whoever, see, look, there's the Sam's. Sam's is open, which means Walmart's open. That's so strange. Literally drove all the way out here for nada. But yeah, so she put me on call and I've been on call, and I called about an hour ago and I told the day shift charge nurse, I was like, hey, you know, I want to run some errands. What's the chances of you calling me in? And she was like, no, they're pretty good. There's like 6 people ahead of you. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm probably gonna go run some errands, so if you have to call me, call me. And she was like, okay, don't worry about it. So got ready and everything, and no Costco. Thought it was gonna be slick and try and get some stuff done while my Hinwitty's home, but nope. So now we're probably head all the way back home. So sad. I even brought my Costco list and everything. So what do you do when you had plans and Costco's closed? You go look at houses. We've been in the market for a house for a while. I mean, it's something that I don't really want to do. Like, I don't really want to get rid of our first home, the home where we had all our babies, and I don't really want to do it, but we are outgrowing that house so quickly. So we're just getting an idea. We're not buying anything, nobody get excited. We're just getting an idea of what else is out there. And the girls really enjoy looking at houses too, so. It's a cool, very deep closet. Hey guys, so I really have not vlogged all day because this is what we've done. You saw tiny clips of it. Literally, I got woke up. I got woken up at 4:45 to be put on call. I mentioned that already. I was on call the entire shift, which I anticipated, even though the weather towards like 5 p.m., like 4:30, 5 p.m., we just had like an all-out rain storm.
I hear the fireworks.
I know, I hear them. You can hear fireworks in the background. They've been popping them for, okay, thank you. Did you put your glasses and stuff away?
Mommy, I put the glasses on my seat.
Okay, thank you.
Can I go
Yeah, no splashing right there in the street, but in the driveway's fine. Is it raining?
Yes.
Is it sprinkles?
Yes.
Okay, so I called because if invariably I'll go out and run errands, leave my uniform here or something, and they'll call me in. It actually has only happened once, but still. I don't like leaving the house. I kind of like being housebound when I'm on call, because once they call me, I only have an hour to get there, and it's a half-hour drive for me. So I don't really like to go out and about too much. So I called the charge nurse, and she's super cool, and she was like, don't worry about it, you have plenty of people ahead of you. So I was like, all right, cool, let's go to Costco. Not even thinking that I should look up Costco to see if they're open today, because it's a retail store. All the other retail stores are open. H-E-B, Sam's, Walmart, everything was open today, except major things like the bank. The bank wasn't open. And I guess corporations, like my mom was off work today. But everything else was open. So I really did not anticipate Costco being closed, but I am a dummy and didn't look. Costco was closed. We drove all the way over there to an empty parking lot. So on the way home, I was kind of bitter and real disappointed that we drove all that way for nada. And so I told Andres, again, I told you guys, like, we've been talking about getting a new house for a long time. It's definitely a long-term goal for us. We've been saving like crazy, paying things, putting our money towards good things, still having fun, still taking vacations, of course. We have separate accounts for like separate things that we're budgeting for, saving for, stuff like that. So that's something that we're in the next like 3 years, we're looking to get another house, and we're just looking at options. I literally scour the internet for deals all the time. Like, my feed is flooded with houses for sale because it's just one of those things, like, once you look at one, it just constantly pops up and shows you different things. So I'm just looking at kind of where what we could get for our price range. So initially I wasn't necessarily, we did a new build with this house. We built it from the ground up. We've been the only owners of it. It wasn't necessarily something that we were looking at, building a brand new home. That sounded like it hit somebody. But it was an option, of course. If we can get more house for our money, or in a better neighborhood or better land or whatever, we're not opposed to owning an older home, but it just depends on the area and whatnot. So we do have a realtor, and we have had our house appraised, market analysis, not appraised yet. We haven't gone that far because I really don't know that we absolutely have to get out of this house. We're still undecisive whether we not want another baby, whether we want to have another baby. And realistically, if we do not have another child, we could live in this house and it would be fine. We would just declutter more and we would be fine. We have enough space for everybody. Realistically, we could do that. Ideally, we would like a bigger house, not necessarily even bigger property, but that would be nice if we found something that's not, you know, way out there. That would be nice as well. So I told Andres on the way home, oh my gosh, these fireworks are very loud. Andres had to tell the guys 2 doors down last night because they were popping them at all hours of the night, and Maddie came down crying. I heard them, but I had fallen asleep. Came down crying and couldn't take it. So anyway, I told him on the way home, I was like, let's go look at those houses that you were telling me that you saw. And he's like, okay. So that turned into neighborhood hopping and we went in like 5 different areas, just driving around looking for houses, looking at new builds. We went into a couple of communities, looking at houses, looking at layouts, and then when we came home, I spent an hour on the computer looking at layouts online. I know, I don't know, because if we custom build, I would like to know what I want, you know. Andres has like no idea really. He just wants enough bedrooms for the kids, and I have an idea of the rest of it. So I don't know. Initially my thought was I wanted this to be our forever home. We never change homes again. Good job, Maddie. I'm surprised you're not like freaking out. These are pretty loud. But we're still pretty young. I don't know that this will be our forever home. It may be just our next home through the next one. You know what I mean? Just to get through the kids being young or something. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that's what the day was. And it was nice to be able to dream at some houses that I knew we would never be able to get into. And it was nice to see what our equity could buy us. Like, we could get more home for our money in different areas and different things like that. So that's what we did. Autumn's already asleep, and my thought was, if it stopped raining, we have a little bit of fireworks left over from January, from New Year's. Not that much, but a tiny bit, like some Roman candles, sparklers, snappers. That's about it. So I was gonna have the girls do it, but it's literally like sprinkling outside. So I don't know, I may just have them do it here. Definitely not the 4th of July we're used to. We're used to having family over and swimming and barbecuing and popping fireworks, and that just didn't happen this year. So it is what it is. But it was nice today to get out as a family, and the girls were super excited to see all the different houses, and they're like, we're gonna get a new house. Like, they were really excited. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for sure. Little sparkler action.
Mommy, do you want one?
You guys better watch what you're doing. Keep them out.
Want one, Mommy?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, baby.
Mommy, mine doesn't have any.
We'll get another one.
Point it out, more out.
Wow.
And I got covered in that stuff.
Oh, in the rain? Oh, the soot? Couldn't make it much longer. Maddie needed headphones, but that's okay. She's out here. That's all that matters. They're doing neon sparklers. And if you remember, like I said, from New Year's, we didn't. We just had these things left over, or else we wouldn't be popping them because it's raining, like raining. They're probably going to be soaked. They have rain boots on. Hence all the smoke is from, I mean, they smoke normally, but they're smoking super bad now. Okay. Make sure you put it in the trash pile. Put it in the trash pile, please. So dainty. Right there. Thank you.
Mommy, can I have another one?
Yes.
Yay. Good night, see you tomorrow. And good night, see you tomorrow. Boop.
What in the world? That is going to like drive me insane the rest of the night. It's the bad part about living where you can have fireworks, because they do them all day, every day. Although today, because I felt really bad for all the fireworks stands, because since we were like literally all over town buying, or I mean looking at houses, we saw so many fireworks stands and they didn't really have that much business, and I felt really bad for them. Do you ever just feel bad for things? Okay, like let me tell you a funny story. I'm the type of person that when I was younger, even when I was probably a teenager, even now, I feel like everything has to be fair, which is so funny because I teach the girls that not everything in life is fair. Sometimes one gets something that the other one doesn't, and vice versa. So this is funny. But when I was younger, like I said, probably even up into my teenage years, I had a lot of stuffed animals. I was like a stuffed animal freak. You guys know I love Hello Kitty. I still have Hello Kitties from when I was a teenager. I love Hello Kitty. They're in the girls' rooms. I couldn't have one stuffed animal on the bed and one stuffed animal on the floor. Like they either both had to be on the floor, or all of them had to be on the floor, or all of them had to be on my bed. Because if not, I felt guilty. Isn't that crazy? I know. I want to hear from you guys and see if y'all had any, even now, if you still have any crazy things about you. I listen to a radio station, 96.1. It is the hkittyVLOGS morning show, and they have a, if you're anywhere, I think they're in Dallas, so I think they go the majority of Texas. They may even be somewhere in Louisiana. If you know that radio station, let me know in the comments below, because that would be really cool. But I love that radio station, and I especially love the hkittyVLOGS in the morning show, and I don't really get to listen to it all that often because I'm not in the car at those times. Typically, when school starts, I'll be able to listen to it more. But they have something that goes, it's a song. I was gonna say something else. It's Does That Make Me Crazy? That song, whatever song it is, I don't know. But people call in and they're like, oh, I do this and that. Does that make me crazy? And they'll say, yes, that makes you crazy, or no, I think that's normal, everyone does it. So I want to know, what are some things that you guys do that you're like, if you told other people, you know, like 30,000, 40,000 people that are watching, not necessarily right now, but people that you don't even know something about you, they'd be like, wow, you're insane. But yeah, that was something that how did I even get started talking about that? I have no idea, no clue. Oh, I felt bad for the fireworks stands. That's how I got started talking about it. But I felt so bad for them because they're just sitting out there and, you know, they work hard and they have to pay for those things, and those rickety little shacks that they pull the fireworks in. I used to work them. My best friend's stepdad owned them in Tyler, and I used to go down with him when I was a teenager, and my best friend, and we used to sell them down in Tyler, Texas. So I know they leak. They're not weatherproof at all, and if fireworks get wet, you know, that's like the worst thing. So I felt really bad for all the fireworks stands that still had tons and tons of fireworks that they didn't sell, because the weather here is awful for 4th of July. It's just been raining all night pretty much. People are still popping fireworks, clearly, but I mean, you guys have seen them years prior. Most of the time they are like insane non-stop, and it's just not like that today. So anywho, so random, I know, so random. Another thing, I've struggled all week. It's like my mind mentally knows I'm out of the 270s, or I was, you know, my last weigh-in, I was out of the 270s, and I don't know why. It's like my mind is sabotaging me because I'm struggling with my food this week a lot, and I need to get back in a good mindset. I've been at the gym, you know, like I'm working hard, but I just need, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we're starting to come up on period time, which I think is maybe what the cause is, because I struggle every month with that. So I think that's kind of what it is, but I've just been struggling, struggle bus for sure. So maybe some encouragement, that would be nice. If you're struggling right now, maybe we need to bring each other up. So it almost makes me want to cry because I can't do that, you know, like I've worked too hard. So anyway, today's kind of been a hard day too, but I'm gonna get back on it. I needed to say that out loud because if I didn't, I wouldn't hold myself accountable, and I need to get back on it. Anyway, struggling apparently today all the way around. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to call it a night. Clearly I need to go to bed and get some rest. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today. Hopefully you had a happy 4th of July and you were safe and got to barbecue and swim and whatever else you do on 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. We'll see you tomorrow.